and welcome to another one of my Elder Scrolls Online house tours, this time in the Alinor Crest Townhouse. I bought this beautiful place for my healer as she is a lovely person and I thought she deserved somewhere a bit nicer than the house that she had before. The main entrance here I left pretty plain because I wanted it to be non-distracting from the rooms around it, so I will start off with the office to the side here. I wanted the fish tank in the back to be the main feature, so I kept the Hlalu bookcases to the side there as they're quite plain and they wouldn't distract from the bright shiny fish tank at the back. And then I had a simple desk and a book stand for her to work at. On the opposite side there is a small lounge area or waiting area if she's receiving visitors, which I used a sunken Hlalu bookcase here as something for any guests to read, and a sunken Alinor table as a sort of coffee table substitute. Moving on, I will head into the kitchen. I wanted this to be a sort of informal eating area in case she doesn't have any guests over and she just wants to eat on her own and not use the main formal dining room. And as you will know if you've seen my other videos, I love to create kitchens, so I used some grating to add extra shelving and places to hang vegetables, meat, fruits and fish from, as well as an extra place to cook over the fire. Heading back out into the bottom of the stairs area, you can see I've got more seating area and some lovely plants. And then moving into the formal dining area, which I created by using one of the Alinor walls to separate the two halves of this room. You can see I have those placemats with lots of nice food and very simple decor, as it's supposed to be quite austere and intimidating maybe, but also quite, elven. Decorative. Heading up these gorgeous stairs that I am completely in love with, it takes it to the sort of private quarters of my healer, which I went a little bit more overboard with. As you probably know, I love indoor plants and I love shiny things, so I created a sort of bench with lovely planters either side and lots of hanging blossoms and flowers. Into this sort of main living room sort of area that I created for her. Again, I've got indoor plants and more planters around a very simple fireplace layout, and then I have a small area here for her to sit and read if she doesn't want to use the main library. Oh, another set of gorgeous stairs. Oh, I am so in love with this decorative style. I have her master bedroom. I created a sort of fountain at this end because I initially made just a very simple dressing area and I thought it was a bit too plain. So I created this fountain using those lovely little walls and such, and one of those dwarven fountains embedded behind all of it. Here I have her bed, and I blocked off the back there just so she had a solid wall to sleep against because I don't like beds that are sort of out in the middle of the room. I used one of those gorgeous wedding curtainy trellisy things as sort of to create a full poster effect around the bed so that she has curtains to close if it's a little bit chilly. Heading back downstairs, as you may have noticed, I used some vines and some flowers to separate the master bedroom view from the library that's on the other side. That is partially because I used quite a lot of blue lights in there and I thought it could be a little bit distracting, but also I wanted a bit more privacy for the master bedroom in case she had people walking through her library if they were visiting. I wanted to make something that looked very ornate and almost college-like, with the very tall bookcases to match the very tall windows and the very tall ceiling. And I also have some display cabinets, a desk, plenty of floating decorative things as she is a magical character, and also that lovely sort of forest in a book item that you can get from the vendor in Alinor. These display cabinets I plan to fill with various things that come from the luxury vendor that look very posh and potentially sort of historical. And again, I used some more plants in planters and also stuff just generally growing up the wall. And now into my favourite part of the house. I am taking you to the terrace. The very first idea I had actually about this house was something I will show you later on, but I love the view from this place and I think it looks very sort of elegant yet relaxing, I guess. This is the very first idea that I had for this house, which was to sort of create a almost blocked off entrance to a set of stairs that will lead up to a higher tier terrace, which I am actually very pleased with. I think it turned out a lot better than I was expecting. I didn't put much up here to decorate it apart from sort of a shrine of Mara and a couple of chairs around a table, but the idea is that it's a slightly more isolated section of the garden that is sort of more private, despite the fact that it seems to have windows overlooking from a property that's not this one, but also has a lovely view over the city without having to stand on your tiptoes to look down to the lower parts of that view. I'll head back down the stairs now and I'll show you the last part of the garden, which is a sort of well, I guess pond and waterfall area. I use those lovely waterfalls from the vendor in Alinor again, just to add some outdoor interest and movement and that gorgeous sound of flowing water. Did take a while to save up to buy all of them because they are quite expensive for one single item, but I'm very pleased with how it looks. It adds some nice interest to the sort of vertical space and gives a nice area for the trees to frame. Although this area is quite simple, I really like to hang out here. I think it's a very peaceful area, but this is the end of my tour. Thank you very much for coming on this tour with me. I would love to see your own versions of the Alinor Townhouse because I'm very nosy about housing. So let me know in the comments below if you have any videos on that and I will take a look. Thanks again for coming with me on this tour and I hope to see you again in my next video.